Nearly 8 o'clock. We've been tiling in the bathroom. We did this yesterday evening. Well, yeah, Ziggy's been tiling. I've been cutting the tiles that need cutting, and she's been putting them on the wall. She's doing a marvellous job. Absolutely beautiful job. We use the spirit levels. We got another bigger one outside the door to get everything level and in the right spot. When we started, I don't know if you can see it there, I put a pencil line across there, and that's from the top of a sink. And then we measured down, and we had to cut roughly 1 centimetre off the bottom tiles. So when we bring it all up, and then we come across to the sink there, that will all just be all lined up beautifully. We've used what's called a brick pattern. That's an offset pattern, like they do in bricks. The reason we used the brick pattern was because that's what they used over here, and all these tiles are nice and solid on the wall. They don't need redoing. Like I said, this bathtub hasn't been used in probably, I don't know, 15 years. So yeah, these we're using Johnson tiles because that was the brand of the old tiles. These ones over here and these ones all down here, they're all Johnson tiles. But these new Johnson tiles are very brittle, and they're a pain to actually cut. Getting quite a bit of breakage, and I was talking to a tiling friend of mine, and he said that's because Johnson's no longer made in Australia. They make them in China, and not many tilers will actually use the Johnson tiles because they are very brittle. So there you go, you find out something every day. But they're the only ones that even came close to matching in colour to our original tiles, and they match pretty good if you look at the floor. They're close, they're as close as we could get. This is called vintage white, this colour, and this colour is also called vintage white. And if you go into a tiling shop and ask for vintage white tiles, you get all different sorts of coloured white tiles, and matching them up, it's a job. This is the second lot of tiles we bought. The first lot we bought, we just went into a tile shop and bought vintage white tiles, brought them home, and they were miles. They just didn't match at all. So we're going to later on use them in the kitchen. Yeah, let's go out and have a look. Oh, we're just getting out of bed and waking up, having our coffees, and Ziggy and I are both sore. There's the sink waiting to go in. So basically I'm being Ziggy's TA. She's just in there putting the mud on and putting the tiles in, and I'm mixing the cement and, well, not the cement, the glue, the tile glue, and cutting tiles. And this is what I mean about breakage. You know, it's very tricky, very, very brittle tiles to cut, but I think I got it down now. I went and bought a wet saw, and that's really good for all the angled cuts. the straight cuts. This one doesn't, no worries at all, this big tile cutter. And for all the little oddball cuts, I just use this 125mm tile cutter on my angle grinder. This goes through it like butter, this one does. I thoroughly recommend that brand. I've got another one in there on the kitchen table that melted on these tiles. And yeah, this is just a wet tile saw. It's got water down in there. Cheap, but works great. And because it's still piddling rain, this is so wet out here. It poured down last night. They've forecast rain all weekend. The off-grid system's going awesome. I've got the tile glue in here so it can't get wet, and I got it in a great big bucket so I don't make a mess when I fetch some out to mix up. The system's going great, absolutely awesome. We're totally rocking it. We're at 86% right now. Sorry. There you go, we're taking 6 amps out, of course. So yeah, what's this time on this one say? 8:05. Well, I got a bit of a cold and a runny nose, so sorry for the sniffles. Okay, we had to go to the doctor's surgery the other day to get a prescription, and because we've got no COVID in Western Australia at all. But we've still got the common cold. Yeah. Alright, well there's the update, people. I'll bring you back when the tiling's finished. Keep safe. I hope you're all having a great time. Enjoy life. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe. And if you're already subscribed, make sure you got the bell ring so you get notifications. Alright, keep safe everyone.